Still got the state one, that's where all the money is, I guess, so.
And change the settle one.
Yeah.
I guess there
Good morning. I'm pleased to call to order this meeting of the Executive Committee. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to rearrange the agenda a little bit for this morning and start out with performance review. The Executive Committee will be discussing or reviewing our staff executives' performance and compensation. And for that, I'd like to entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Make motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll entertain a motion to extend the contract of our president and CEO to June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion's carried. I will entertain a motion to recommend to our board that they approve an increase in compensation for the president and the CEO in the amount discussed in executive session.
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Okay. Jumping around here, but minutes of the September 17th meeting, any changes, any additions?
Motion to accept them.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Strategic planning. Do you want to take this one? Or do you-
Sure. We had a conversation with, I never get the initials right, a consulting firm out of Rochester, actually, but they have a Saratoga office. And Michael Nadola and Allison Slack are with the firm locally. Allison has worked with me for a long time, 15 plus years. And she worked for me at the Center for Economic Growth, and then she went to Camoin Associates, which is a economic development consulting firm, and then to MBR. And she's done numerous strategic plans. In 2015, I did a strategic plan for the Warren County Economic Development Office. Ed Bartholomew, my dear friend, decided he would give me my first contract. So when I realized what was involved, I said, I'll lose my shirt doing this as a de novo office. So I partnered with Rob Camoin, and Rob's fee for that was $40,000 in 2015. We don't need a $50,000 or $60,000 strategic plan here. I was hoping for 15 to 18. They came in at 22 and told us we should budget an extra 5 just in case, which means that they want, 27. So I asked them to send me their allocation of hours, and they did. And I think I at least started to model what we wouldn't need them to do in an effort to get it down to the 15 to 18,000. They can start in February. They'll have a meeting with us in January, but start really working on it in February, and have it in time for us to review in early April, so that the board can approve it before the annual meeting.
So what the consultants would do is facilitate a discussion by the board at our February board meeting. I don't think it would be necessary to have them come back and do that in March, but sometime in January or early February, they would distribute a questionnaire or a survey to the board members to get input and feedback that would be processed and shared at the workshop and at the February board meeting.
And my guess, I was using $200 an hour average, and when they had someone at 225, someone at 195, and someone at 150. We don't need 125 hours. That's 3 full weeks to sit here and I'll watch them what they're doing. So I know that it's not where it's value built, it's built by the hour. So let's make them efficient and use them for what we need. Chris has been working on some really cool demographic data that we can do on our own. We've got the work that Patterns has done for us. You know, we just need a facilitator and someone to put it in a deliverable that we can use for marketing and community engagement.
Good, thank you, Mike.
I got a question. What happened to we went through all this like 3 years ago, and where did that all go? We didn't even get
We
to
have
hear.
that. There was a report that Jessica did in a PowerPoint that we gave to this group.
Okay.
And we gave them the 2016 plan, the 19 plan, the 23 plan, and this will be the 25 plan. This will be a little more in depth than what Jessica did. And, you know, I think we're constrained by, I think the 4 pillars will basically remain the same, but what we do under them will be different. And what you want to see as the action items under each of the areas. And, you know, we can, under infrastructure, we spend an awful lot of time on broadband. Well, we can kind of check that off going forward. Some of the board members have raised cell service, maybe that replaces it. We are still seeing a lot of water and infrastructure money coming from the feds. When we talk about that in some of the communities, when Chris is out there for housing, they don't want water and municipal water and sewer because that'll bring those people. And multifamily housing. And those that have it have had it long enough that it's in need of upgrades. Hillsdale is in sewer system is really in need of an upgrade. So that may be some area. Yeah, we're never going to have a bus system. It's just too big a county, and so transportation isn't. So I know some of the supervisors are really looking at that, but you know, $200,000 for a bus to go from Hudson to Chatham once a week is like a year. It's not feasible. But it will lay those opportunities out in this process, and the board can put some weight on what they think we should be doing.
On buses, would CDTA ever at least nibble at the top of the
Well,
county?
I had Carl Basile, who's just retired, and come down, and we met with him, and he started to do a bus to Amsterdam. I mean, it's still the bus from Albany to
Yes.
Hudson. But I think sometimes there are 1 or 2 people on it. But that was intended to bring state workers. The chairman, Matt Morrell, had asked me, could we create a van to go to Amazon's facility in North Greenbush? And, you know, we talked to Amazon and they said, we don't get into that. It's our employees' responsibility to get themselves to work. But, you know, if there was 10 or 15, you know, you could probably figure out a way to do that. But, you know, the cost of that is so driven, as Michael Johnson will tell you, by owning the bus and then finding the part-time person to go when you need to. And there's no use for the bus in between.
So it's the MRB group.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
I looked it up a little bit. I think they've done impressive work. Hopefully they can help us. You're just wanting to sharpen our focus.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, we want some, I mean, one of the things that happens when someone's here, as long as I've been here, is you're comfortable, so you don't abdicate, but you don't interfere. And we need the board to really redirect where the organization's going. And refocusing us so that we're.
I think especially because we got out of the education, you know, we have changed a little bit, at least
Yeah.
since I've been here a couple of years. So it would be nice to do those things.
Chris had some numbers he just showed me. 9,000 people come into the county to work in the morning, and 14,000 go out of the county to work in the morning. But he's going to do a presentation for us, a pre-presentation subject to our discussion.
Good. Good. Anyone have any other topics to bring to the board? I don't know if we have any members of the public here. If so, this is your opportunity. If not, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
And thank you
All in
all
favor?
again.
Aye.
And we'll see you next Tuesday.